You guys, semifinals of Eurovision happened last night, and I have some thoughts, and I have my top 10 and my top 6 of the lower. I'm gonna make both of them in the same video, because like what's the point really to making separate videos for the best and worst in my opinion. And I didn't say in the first semi-final that I'm not talking about the 3 countries who are already qualified for the final, because they're already in the final. We don't need to acknowledge them right now because we will judge them in the final. That makes sense, because we are now fighting for 10 qualifiers, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna say the second semi-final was a lot stronger than the first semi-final in my opinion. Was it groundbreaking? I'm not quite sure. I feel like this year's Eurovision in general is maybe on a weaker side than usual. So let me know in the comments down below what do you think about that thought. Because for now I literally have maybe 3 songs that I really kind of resonate and would listen to again. And last year I feel like I had the whole playlist basically on repeat. There was some skips of course, but it was not like this year. Maybe these songs are growers, I'm not quite sure. Anyways, I will stop you up around and let's get in video. I will go from the 10 to the first position, who are like from the lowest ranking to the highest, which was in my opinion. So yeah, also leave your top 10s and top 6 in the comments down below so we can talk and see did our opinions match or not, and did it match with your televotes. And yeah, so without further ado, let's have a video. So my 10th position, which is probably maybe controversial, is Finland. I put it just in the top 10 because people are hyping about the song, about the stage, about her in general. I mean, the song was spicy. She was trying to be really fleshy and like out there, if that makes sense. But song itself, I'm not quite sure if I would listen to that song, if I'm completely honest. Maybe it's a grower. It just was not the song that I was like, yeah, I want to listen to that. Like, it's something was off with that song. There was a beat, there was a stage, there was her presence on the stage, but it just didn't translate for me for some reason. Number 9, I put Luxembourg. I didn't know if the Luxembourg will get in my top 10, but I kinda liked the chorus part. It was catchy, it was colorful, it gave Eurovision, if that makes sense. Like, it had that recipe for Eurovision. It had all the, I feel like, things that Eurovision song kind of asks for, if that makes sense. So yeah, Luxembourg was my number 9. Number 8 was Greece. At first I was like, I'm not quite sure, but like her vocals were really strong and I really enjoyed her performance. Yeah, I mean, so far all of them that I have mentioned has qualified as well for the final, so that's really exciting to see them, how they will do and how televotes will go and how the Eurovision committee will rate these performances. So yeah, number 7 is Ireland. I also don't know what to really think about Ireland, but I like the chorus part. Again, it was Eurovision-y. It had that vibe of Eurovision. It didn't qualify. And I was a little bit shocked, but I was also shocked about a lot of people that didn't qualify. Not a lot of people, mostly just one person. I'm really shocked that didn't qualify. Anyways, number 6 is Armenia. You know what? I liked Armenia. At first I was like, that's chaotic, that's crazy, but I like the staging, I like the energy, the passion that he delivered on the stage. Was the song something groundbreaking? Absolutely not, but it was something different from other artists on the stage in my opinion. It really gave angstiness and like a little drop and metal rock like rap voice. Like, I feel like that was missing from this year's Eurovision, so I was glad to hear it and see it. And it qualified as well, which was a little bit shocking to me they qualified, but it qualified. Number 5, Austria. You know what? I enjoyed that song. I know that our country's commentators, which are from Latvia, said it sounds familiar like last year's winner. I heard it, but I feel like he did better than last year's winner, Nemo, in my opinion. Like, his voice was so strong, maybe because he's partially Filipino as well. He just belted that song, like it was so grand. It was absolutely insane. And at some points, if I would not see who singed, I could not know if that's a female or male singing. His voice was so fluid and so without any bars attached. That it was crazy to have those highs and that ease with that. The visuals were also interesting with the ship and black and white. Like, it was interesting to watch and listen to. So yeah. Number 4 was Australia. I like the song. I like the song. I feel like I have listened to that song for a bit now. I feel like this is one of the few songs that I have heard before the Eurovision itself. It found me on TikTok really quickly, but I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't really like the performance. It felt stiff. It didn't, there was no chemistry with the camera. I felt like it was, yeah, the quick change, the Benson Boone kind of bodysuit and taking the top off, being shirtless. Like, I understand that, but it was just that it was not compassionate, in my opinion, for the camera. The song is a vibe, it's a bob, but on a stage it didn't really translate for some reason. Like, it felt stiff. But they also didn't qualify, which I was shocked about, because I feel like there's such a hype around. Maybe people didn't resonate with the performance the same as I did, but for the song itself, I put it on my number 4. So my number 3 is Latvia. Maybe I'm biased because I'm Latvian, but I feel like the staging, and it was different. It was like mythical, and it was like gloomy, but like in a cool way. I really like the shadowy parts. I didn't watch this year's Supernova from Latvia this year either, so I haven't listened to the song at all. And this was my full time listening to the song fully without hearing just one little snippet. And I enjoyed it. I like the choreo that they did. I like the little animation of the tails. It gave a little bit of avatar some sorts. Harmonies were beautiful. The blend was beautiful. I just felt it was different. It was unique, which I think they could do more with the staging. Absolutely, but at least they did something with the floor at the end. I understand the curtainy little bits at the beginning. It worked really well with the dark shadowy blue vibe, but then it was golden. I don't know if that worked really well with the curtains, but shadowy parts, I loved it. I love the harmonies, I love the voices, I love the whole concept of it. So yeah, Latvia number 3. And number 2 is Malta. I enjoyed Malta. It's spicy, it's catchy. Also one of the songs that found me really, really quickly on TikTok, and with the original title and everything. And I don't know, it was serving. She was fierce, she was confident, she did all the best. I loved it. She just smashed the stage. The dancers were saucy, not too saucy. It was just enough of everything to make a good bop. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna be playing in my head a lot. So yeah, loved Malta, and it qualified as well. So my first position is Denmark. I love Denmark. I don't know why people are kind of hating on it, but I loved it. They're like, oh, it sounds a little bit like Loreen songs, and I'm like, I hear it a little bit, but also it's a completely different vibe. It's a upbeat, dancey bop, like it makes you move. I love the vocals. What the vocals the strongest? No, but like I believe that in studio versions probably just through the roof. And I love the staging, I love the atmosphere, I love the vibes on it. Like I loved it overall. So it was, as soon as I heard like the track start to play, I was like, okay, then she started to sing. I was like, I'm in. And I feel like it was such a good time to listen to her. So yeah, Denmark is my number 1. I loved it. So let me your thoughts, comments down below about your top 10. Did it match? Did it match? And yeah, from my top 10, from the qualifiers, only 2 didn't make it in my qualifications, which was Lithuania and Israel. So let's go now to the top 6 of the lower part of the worst. And in my opinion, in this semi-final, there wasn't the worst song. It was just weaker. It wasn't like it was horrendous, It was meh. So let's start with number 6. Israel. Israel is in my number 6. I didn't know where to put her. Also, I'm gonna say right now, it's not about politics, about none of those things. I understand that they maybe shouldn't qualify or be a part of the contest the same as Russia, but I'm just looking at the artist and that's it. About not the country, about nothing. Just the song and artist and their voice. I loved her voice. The song was beautiful. It just was not strong enough in my opinion. It was really simple, and I felt maybe it's because of the audience and everything that she probably knows what's going on around. But yeah, it just didn't resonate with me fully. Like, I loved her voice, but it was not enough to get on my number 10. Number 5 is Czechia. I love Czechia, but I also think it was not enough to push through to get in that top 10. I love to hear actual like man's voice in the Eurovision, because I feel like it's really rare right now to hear a lower voice. Everyone is shooting for the star these days. I just also didn't believe in his face and his eyes. It didn't feel like he's present there. It felt like his eyes are shooting left and right. Understand you have nerves and everything, but it just was not reading for me. Yeah, I like the song, but maybe it's a grower, maybe it will change in future for me, but didn't match for me, and also didn't qualify. So number 4, Montenegro. I like this song. I liked the song how it progressed. I didn't like the beginning. It was too low in my opinion for her voice to sing. It was difficult for her, but when she went higher, her voice was big and beautiful and grand. I didn't really understand the outfit overall. It was really simple as well. Not much happened on the stage. It was really tame and really safe played in my opinion. So yeah, number 4 from Montenegro. Number 3 is Serbia, the Prince. Also, his voice was good, but not good enough. It falls in the Montenegro and Czechia. Like, they all are kind of there. Just like, yeah, you were there, but like, I don't know. I don't like, the staging was not like mind blowing. The song wasn't like, it was okay. But would I listen to it again? Probably not. So yeah. So number 2 of the worst, if you will, Georgia. I didn't resonate with Georgia at all. I don't understand it really. It gave James Bond vibe, as our translator also said. Yeah, there was a voice, but she didn't seem confident in herself. It seemed like she just walked on the stage like knowing that she's probably not gonna qualify. It didn't feel like she put soul in that performance, in my opinion. So maybe if she would have like fire in her eyes and she would go for it, maybe that'll be a different story, but I don't know. So my not worst, but like on the bottom list this round is Lithuania. Again, my neighbors, and it was the same thing from the first final. Then my lowest point, oh no, my lowest point was Azerbaijan, what am I talking about? But it was also number 2, I think, Estonia. But yeah, Lithuania, number 1 on the worst song of this semi-final. It didn't resonate with me at all. Like, at all. Did he have a good voice? Yeah, but did it also give absolutely nothing at the same time? Also, yes. It was really plain. There was no energy basically from no one on the stage. The outfits gave hospital, in my opinion, and like people in institution. And yeah, I don't know, the song didn't really progress anywhere for me. And I know they're my neighbors, they qualified and everything. People seem really hyped about the song. I don't know. It didn't really speak to me at all. Maybe it's a grower. We'll see. But I mean, we'll obviously see them on finals. So I want to know how audience, like the Europe, will vote for them. And yeah, also want to mention, after listening to all these and then seeing previous year's contestants who didn't sing their songs on 2020, I believe, from the pandemic, those songs were so much stronger than this year's. Like this semi-final, for example, like, or the first semi-final. I feel like this year's Eurovision is just not it this year. It's just really plain safe. There's not a lot of groundbreaking vocals. There's no real like tracks that like makes you move, like really literally like drop everything after you listen to go to put on your playlist and vibe around. Like there's couple, like literally I feel like I have 3 songs that I'm like, yeah, I will listen to them of the Eurovision. Like last year I think I have at least top 15 that I listened to, and these 4 songs that were played from 2020, I'm like, yeah, like Malta Slade, what was his name, the slow song with the piano, his last name is Tears, Bjorn Tears, incredible, the burning sleeves, like stunning. Lithuania also, like catchy, groovy, over the top Eurovision. And yeah, the other girl also was fine. It was absolutely fine. But this year's, it was something, I don't know. We'll see how maybe the songs will grow on me more tomorrow, and we'll see how they do. But yeah, for now, this is my top 10. So the best song was Denmark, and the worst song was Lithuania. And I'm shocked about Australia that didn't get through. Like, they didn't go through, like, honestly. I'm really, really surprised. I'm not surprised that Israel went through. Like, I would put it maybe also on top 10, but like, people are just through the roof with what's going on politically, so not gonna be part of that. So obviously I think everything is bad and it probably shouldn't be on the Eurovision as well, but we're just talking about a person who is singing and she has no part or doing what's going on there. So I understand why people are so nasty to the people who are not part of it. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your top 10 and top 6 in the comments down below, and I will see you with the final. So yeah, bye.